Oh, hey everyone. Well, what an interesting night I had last night. Just when you feel like you're really growing and healing and able to let go of so many things, something else just trickles in and says, "Oh, hey, hello, you forgot about me." So that's what happened to me last night. So I thought I would share this story. If you've ever felt like you heard someone call your name when you're wide awake, you clearly heard a voice say your name, but when you turn around to look, no one is there. That's what happened to me last night, but not in quite that way. I just crawled into bed, getting comfortable, getting into my position so I could fall asleep, and I heard a man's voice on the other side of me say, "Do you know what?" And I said, "What?" They said, "I love you." Instantly, I was filled with this warm, wonderful feeling that was then quickly followed by pain and heartache. Why, do you ask? What was so painful about that? Let me backtrack and tell you a story so that you can understand. First of all, it startled me at that point when I realized the voice sounded so real that I turned on my light. I jumped up to look and make sure that there was really no one in my room, and there wasn't. It was just me and my pillow. So, let me backtrack. Just about a year ago, after my husband had said that he no longer wanted to be married, he said there's no one else. He just doesn't think he's suited for marriage. I'm good with that now. I'm okay. Fine. All right. I get that. But it was probably a week or so later. We were still sharing the same bed. We hadn't figured out what we were doing and how we were going to handle all of this. So he pulled me close one night, snuggled up next to me, and said, "Guess what?" And I said, "What?" Let me remind you that he was known to talk in his sleep quite often, so this was no surprise that he had been asleep and he was talking to me. So I said, "What?" And he said, "I love you." So I said, "If you love me, why are you leaving me?" "I'm not leaving you," he said. I said, "Yes, you are." He said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Yeah, you're leaving me." "Nah," he said. I said, "Yes, you are." "When am I leaving you?" I said, "You're leaving me. You said that you're leaving me." So then he started talking about some other things, and he had a few suggestions. And I just said, "Sure. Just say my name." That's when he called me by someone else's name. It wasn't my name on his lips. It was someone else's. There's an awakening for you. Yeah. So last night it was all about the process of how it was done. The person next to me saying, "Guess what?" "Do you know what?" And then me replying with, "What?" And then them following it up with, "I love you." That should have been a wonderful moment for me. It should have been such a special, enduring, tender moment for me. But it was quickly replaced with some pain. But where did that pain come from? That pain came from me, didn't it? Memories. Just memories, just thoughts. Have to remind myself of this. These are just memories. I'm no longer living with that kind of pain anymore. I'm not in that moment. I am not that person that was a part of that. I am not her. Right now, I am not bothered with that pain. That pain does not haunt me. So then I wonder to myself, why now? Why a year later am I having to recall all of this? So I think about it all night long. Finally, I get up around 4 o'clock in the morning and I talk to a friend about it just to get it off my chest and have it be heard. Trying to process all of it. And they reminded me that it was all within me to be able to let it go. So I centered myself. I took all those memories and all of that pain and placed it in an object, placed it in something. I walked over to a cliff and I let it go. I opened up my hand and let it fall into oblivion, not thinking any more about it. Just let it go, because that pain is in the past. It does not live in me right now, right here in this moment. Maybe the universe saw that that memory was still lingering around, waiting to rear its ugly little head. Maybe the universe knew that now I am ready to consciously let it go. So it brought it back to me in that way that I think the universe knew that I would react. It knew that that was so similar to what had happened, to the moment that caused me great pain, that now it brought this to my conscious state, so then that I could absolutely let it go once and for all. And then I was talking to my friend Cecilia, and she said, maybe the universe was giving you something positive to replace that old negative with. And I like that thought. I really like that thought. Then it kind of upset me that that old memory came in and I allowed it to interrupt my bliss, my wonderful little tender moment that I had in the night. But don't worry, I remember that voice. And I can hear the honesty and the truth and the sincerity in that voice when it said to me, I love you. It was truth in that voice. It's a wonderful thought. And it shouldn't be upsetting whatsoever for someone else to love you. I have now let go of that pain from my past. I don't have it. I dropped it. I let it fall as far away from me as it could possibly go. And that's what we have to do with those painful memories, with the pain that we've accumulated over our lifetimes. We have to face it. We have to stare it right in the eyes. We have to hold it in our hand and then release it. Let it go. Just drop it. Just drop it. No longer serves us. There's no purpose or reason for it to be in our lives anymore. We are not living in that moment. We are living right here in this moment. And the moment that I heard that voice, even I can remember the whole vibration of the voice saying to me, do you know what? The sound comforted me from the beginning. And then when I said what, and the next word out of their mouth, the vibration went right through to the heart of me. That's what I'm going to carry with me now. That wonderful feeling of being loved. And I've let go of the pain from yesterday. Have a great day, everyone. Stay positive. Find a way to release your pain and live in the moment, right here, right now, in this breath. And remember that Spirit loves you.